Hello all, this is Quita with the Quitassential Life, and this is me putting a synthetic wig that the lace has been cut on and I've worn a few times. I'm going to lay it down with some Gots to Be gel and spray because I need to wear it for a few days. And I'm just putting some moisture on it and a little bit of oil, brushing that through. And there's the oil, just little bits, not a lot. You don't want to put a lot on there, not a lot of product. I'm just showing you on the brush that I didn't get a lot of shedding. Actually, I barely got any shedding at all. And I have worn this unit a few times. It is synthetic, like I said. It has a very yucky texture, so the strands are kind of thick. And I got my wig cap on, sprayed it just so it'll stay sort of in place. And I'm taking my little coffee break right there. You know how I feel about coffee, okay? And we are about to put the gel on. And of course, towards the end, I noticed that I took the gel down a little bit too far. But the combination of the gel, Gots to Be gel, the white one, and the spray really does hold down even a synthetic unit. So that's what I'm demonstrating. Now putting that on, like I said, I went a little too far. You'll see that, but I'll clean it up later. When I do my videos, I'm really showing you this is what everyday people are doing and still coming out looking good. I'm not a cosmetologist. In fact, I'm a veterinarian. So I'm learning and showing you regular everyday people how they reuse their units. Put them back. Another coffee break. That's my Quita Planner Girl mug because I'm a planner babe as well. You should check out some of those videos on my channel. I am just making it tacky with the blow dryer and just getting you a closer view of the white gel from Gots to Be. I always massage the tube because, you know, that stuff will separate in the tube if you haven't used it for a little bit. And securing here around my edges, my ears, pulling the cap down. I am now showing you just some powder that I'm putting on the cap to help out. Now this particular unit is a Janet deep part unit. The wefts come all the way to the hairline other than that T, you know, it has a deep part, but other than that area, I could barely tweeze anything, so it is thick around the hairline. I will put a card in and a link to that video so you can see how I was able to tweeze a little bit, but it does come out looking thick around the hairline when you're working with it and putting it on. So you do have to work with it a little bit to get the hairline to look halfway decent. I'm just running my mouth actually with my sister on my Alexa. And this is the inside construction of the cap. You have that part in the back. You have two stretch things. There's no comb back there, but you have two combs right next to the part in the front. So we're putting it on and getting ready to work with styling or laying it down. So I'm trying to get the middle part where I want it, brushing some of the hairs back. Remember I told you it was thick, and you can't really tweeze it because the wefts are all the way to the edge. Okay, so I'm just working with it right now, trying to place it. Now I'm putting the comb near the part on that one side while I work with one side at a time. Putting a little more spray so we can get it tacky, blow dry that down. Now we're ready to lay down this one side. So I'm actually just using fingers, and I will use the end of the comb to make sure we are putting that side down into the gel as well as the spray that I just put there. Now we're placing the other comb on the other side of the part. Putting a little more gel right where that center part is. A little blow dry to make that a little more tacky, because that's where you need most of your adhesion. You want to make sure you're not lifting it right there in the middle. So we are brushing the hair back so we can see more of what we're working with the hairline, the hairs that were cut initially, the baby hairs. Like I said, this hair is pretty thick. It is full-on yaki texture, but it hasn't been shedding. I've been able to wear it. The unit is very nice, and I'm just blow drying it in place, the side that we started with, as well as that middle piece, if the middle part. Getting hair out the way, giving you a closer little look at what we're trying to do here and work with. A little more spray where things are lifting, and what I'm doing right now, or what I did right then, was bend in the metal pieces that are on the sides, because there are no combs around the ear tab area, but there are two metal pieces that you can bend in to help it stay in place. So that's what I'm doing here also on this side, bending in the pieces. Sorry, it didn't stay in frame, but I am laying down the other side now, and there's residue that we will take care of later. Getting hairs out the way, and now we're trying to work with a little bit of styling. I'm taking some alcohol and wiping off the extra gel and spray that got on my skin where I really don't need it, because now I'll start using some mousse to shape up the hairline. I just grabbed what I have. Like I said, y'all, this is real real stuff. I didn't have any pads close by, so I just used some tissue with my alcohol, and yeah, sometimes that'll stick. You just have to wipe it a little bit more. So now we're putting some mousse in that area to help us work with our hairline. You really have to work with baby hairs with this unit because it is thick around that edge, and that's what I'm attempting to do. Adding some mousse to that area right around the ear. Doing the same thing on the other side that you see. And we're just about ready to tie her down, putting some mousse on the stragglies, showing you what we have with the hairline. Blow drying it just a little bit because it does need to set. So I am adding a little more of that mousse, and this is that freeze mousse that you're supposed to be able to put your whole unit on with without it moving. I've seen it on YouTube. I have not been able to duplicate that. Getting the other rest of the hair out the way so I can put my elastic band on to help lay down the hair around the hairline. Okay. So this is the final look of our hair here. I actually had something specific I had to do. I'm showing you the hairline, how it ended up turning out. Trying to get a little closer so you can see it is doable. It looks pretty decent. Just taking a look at both sides and how it turned out. I ended up wearing this. I just tied it down at night with a satin scarf, the hairline. I wore this for 3 days without really having to do much of a touch-up. I'd add mousse a little bit here and there, but that was it. So it stays pretty well. It doesn't get super tangled. I would carry a brush with this. I love the layering. It is long. It basically comes to my waist, but that's how long my actual hair is. It's just not this full or this color. But I really like this unit. Thank you so much for coming to see me and visiting my channel. I appreciate your support. Please come back again. Thank you. Quita from the Quitassential Life.